Hello, 7th graders. The last chapter is on probability, and section 1 starts out with some theoretical probability, which we're going to go through right now. First of all, you need to understand a few terms. An outcome is just the result of an action. So, for example, if I roll a die, which is a dice, right? But the singular of it is die. So if I roll a die and I get a 2, that's an outcome, right? So you could get a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. So there's 6 possible outcomes. An event is a collection of outcomes. So if I roll a dice or a die 10 times and I keep track of what I got each time I rolled it, that would be the event. Theoretical probability, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. So how many outcomes I'm looking for, basically, divided by the total number of possible. And so here is an example. Find P, which means probability, and whatever's in parentheses is what you're trying to find the probability of. Find the probability of getting a consonant as a fraction for the letters A, B, C, D, and E. So they want you to show it as a fraction. So if you go back up here and you look at this, then you're going to see that you're going to see number of favorable right here divided by the total number of outcomes. So then my answer for this one has to be 3 over 5. There's 3 favorable outcomes, right? There's 3 consonants, B, C, and D. Out of how many total? 5. So 3 out of 5 is your probability. You can also write probabilities as decimals or percents. So you'd take the 3, which is the top number, divided by the bottom number, you get 0.6. Or you could go 2 decimals to the right and change it to 60%. Those would all be a correct answer. But this one said write it as a fraction, so you'd write 3/5. An impossible event has a 0 chance of occurring. So something that absolutely cannot happen. So there's no way I'm going to be able to spend $1 million tomorrow, right? First of all, I don't have $1 million. Second of all, what are you going to spend $1 million on? I don't know. Who needs that much junk? Certain event has a 100% chance of occurring. So it absolutely will happen no matter what. There's no chance that it will not happen. Okay? Something that is absolutely certain. That if I drive a car, I'm going to use gas, right? If I'm driving a gas-powered car, that is, not an electric-powered one. Something that has a 100% chance of happening. If you say something is 50-50, it means it's as likely as not to occur. Has just as good a chance of happening as it doesn't. The complement of an event, what does it mean to complement something? It means the other side of something, right? So the collection of outcomes not contained in the event. So if they say there's a 30% chance of rain, then what's the complement to that? The fact that there's a 70% chance of no rain. When you have complements, when you add them up together, they have to equal 100%. If you're using percentages, or if you're using decimals, they have to add up to 1. Or if you're using fractions, they have to add up to 1. So if I say there's a 40% chance of getting an A on a test, then there's a 60% chance of not getting an A. Those two things would be complements. So bring that knowledge with you, and we will talk about it the next time I see you. Have a good night.